It's DDO Players, and we are still here at Gen Con 2016, still in the Flying Buffalo Incorporated booth, and I have managed to wrangle up Mr. Rick Loomis, who is the founder, president, and owner of Flying Buffalo Incorporated.
Hello.
So can you tell us a little bit about the history of your game company, because it is a very storied history?
Well, it was 46 years ago, and I was in the Army, the U.S. Army in Hawaii, and had a lot of spare time, and I started running games by mail. I was the referee, and I had customers all over the U.S. playing by postal mail, and had a lot of fun with it. And I got a friend of mine to program it on a computer so I could run the games on a computer.
I was going to ask you about that, how exactly you did that back then.
Yeah, the problem is all that MMOG stuff that they do now with millions of customers and millions of dollars, that's exactly what I had in mind when I did that, but there was no internet, so
there was no way to do it, yeah.
The only way I could get the turns back and forth was through the postal mail, so you had to do one turn every 2 weeks, and I would mail you your results, and then you would mail me your next move. It was very complicated and took forever.
So how did you come up with the name Flying Buffalo? Is there a story behind that?
Well, there is. It's not really.
It's a very unique name, so.
Well, that's the reason I use it. Originally, it was going to be the name of my stamp and coin shop. That's what I was going to do when I got out of the Army.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to have a Flying Eagle penny and a Buffalo nickel, because Rick's Coins is a boring name, right? So I had this name that I had told my friend about, Flying Buffalo. And then when we started doing the stuff by computer, I went over to the Control Data Center, computer center across the street from the fort, and was running the games over there. And when they asked me who they should send the bill to, I started to say, send it to Specialist 4th Class Rick Loomis, USA Stratcom Operations Company South. And my friend said, no, tell them to send it to Flying Buffalo. And I said, okay. So
sounds good,
I told them
right?
to send it to Flying Buffalo. So every time we went over to the computer center to pick up a job, we'd say, do you have the Flying Buffalo job? They always knew whether it was ready and where it was, because that was a unique name. And so, okay, well, let's just call it Flying Buffalo then.
And how did you get involved with Mr. Ken St. Andrew and the Tunnels and Trolls game?
Well, I used to have a regular board game night every Wednesday night at my house, and Ken was one of the players, and one of my employees had a copy of Dungeons and Dragons that he'd just bought, and Ken came over one night, picked it up and tried to read it, and said, oh, this is too hard, but I can do better than that. So he wrote his game, and he played it with his friends, and then he knew that I went to conventions and sold games, so after he printed 100 copies and had 40 left, he brought them over to me and said, Rick, you're going to a convention next month, why don't you try to sell these? And I said, you know, I was a wargamer, and this game doesn't have a winner, it doesn't have a board, it doesn't have a map, it doesn't have counters, nobody's going to buy this. But, you know, Ken used to come over and play games with me every week, so I figured I'll be nice, I'll tell him I'll take him and
throw him a bone, as it were, right?
I'll be nice. Nobody will want to buy this.
Right.
And I sold all 40 copies in one weekend. So
oh, wow.
I said, oh, okay, Ken, I'll publish this for you. So that's kind of how we got started.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yep.
And I know you guys just did 2 successful Kickstarters. You did the Nuclear War 50th anniversary and Deluxe Tunnels and Trolls. So how did you find the whole Kickstarter process and working with Kickstarter?
Kickstarter is marvelous. It does a lot of great things for people. It allows you to experiment, find out if anybody's interested in your idea. It helps you get the financing without having to take out a second mortgage on your house.
Which is a good thing, probably.
Oh, yeah. And it does lots of publicity for you. I still get people signing up, asking me if I still have Ace of Aces or Nuclear War or Tunnels and Trolls, because they see the Kickstarter for it. And they come back and say, that sounds pretty good, I want to buy one.
Right.
And they make a good mailing list too. All those people that's backed it, I can send them a message when we have something new.
So, well, speaking of something new, do you have anything in the pipeline you can talk about? You got coming up, or?
Well, we got Nuclear War stuff if you want to talk about that.
Sure.
Some of my fans at a convention gave me an idea. My next expansion for Nuclear War is going to be zombie nuclear war.
Oh, awesome.
Because somebody was complaining that if you get killed early in the game, you've got nothing to do until the game is over. So I said, well, why not play zombies if you get killed? So anybody that dies in a nuclear war game is going to be able to play zombies.
Oh, that is awesome.
And if everybody in the game dies, then whoever has the most zombies at the end is king of the zombies.
Oh, great. So are you going to kickstart that, or is that just going to be a straight?
I think I am. I'm
okay.
going to kickstart it because I want to be able to print it really nice and make it look good. But I'm thinking the people that were my Kickstarter backers for the first nuclear war, I'm going to get them to help me play test it.
Oh, awesome. That is great. Well, we will be sure to report on that once we know. I'm sure we'll find out about it, and we'll make sure everybody knows about it. So thank you very much for taking a little time out. Your booth is pretty busy here, so I'll let you get back to it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.